Hey, welcome to the Virgo channel. I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. So know that this message isn't going to resonate with everyone. Just always interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Now I'm going to look and see what's going on with you and your person. If you're in separation with your person, why you're in separation, if you are in a soulmate twin flame relationship, what are the triggers, what are the behaviorisms, and what can you do to break the karmic cycle? All right. Without further ado, I always like to pull a card to see what the word of the day is going to be. If you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the day. The word of the day, a lot of times, has the same vibe of whatever the reading theme is, and or somehow it ties into the reading theme. So let's see what it is. Fanatical. So you're gonna write the word fanatical in your comment bar. So you'd be like, what's fanatical? Well, someone, when I say like fanatical, I feel like it's very dramatical, very dramatic, almost there's an energy of phony that I'm picking up on when I feel fanatical, because a lot of times when people over exaggerate in their emotions, they're trying to make you believe something. That's just the energy that I pick up from that. Now, fanatical a lot of times isn't negative, but in this situation, I'm kind of feeling like your reading's going to have something where someone is acting like trying to convince you, trying to get you to see things from their perception. Most likely, either they've made a wrong choice, didn't treat you right, somehow disrespect you, and now wants you to think that you're not really seeing what you saw, that you didn't see what you saw, that you misunderstood, that everything's a big misunderstanding. That's when someone acts really like fanatical about something. They really want to convince you. So again, that's the word that you're going to write in the comment bar. If you resonate with that energy, you want to definitely stick around, and we're going to see what is going on in your relationship. No, I want to look at the hidden truths. Let's look at the hidden truths to find out what is going on, and then we'll look at the shadows. Then we'll look at the triggers, and we'll see how they're playing out. All right, let's see. I regret lying to you. Okay. Yeah, I believe that again, this energy, like I said, that I felt like someone's going to come in and they're going to, I really, again, try and convince you. They regret lying to you, and they're strategic right now. They're trying to figure out how to come back, to you. They realize your connection, but they realize your connection once you completely like cut it and walked away. Like you're over it now. Like you're really over it. Like where before, I feel like you didn't even want to be over this situation because you really had a strong connection. It was almost like you felt the connection to this person and really felt like they were your person. So a lot of times what hurts us is when someone shows us a different reality. I believe, like I said, in your mind, you felt like this person was your person. They really let you down. And they can see that you're not the same. I look for you everywhere. Yeah, because they still have feelings for you. They didn't realize that they had feelings for you because I feel like, again, they kind of disrespected you. They acted like you were always going to be there. I felt like they liked you, but there was a lot of things about you that isn't really their norm. So there are other people there. And what this person has learned is that their norm is someone that they can't trust. Their norm, every time they choose what they're realizing is that this is a spiritual connection I'm feeling, and they feel like this is a spiritual connection because, first of all, you're in separation. Usually, this person wouldn't care. They actually care, but it took it like the relationship to like completely end, like dump, dump. What is that? I can't speak today. Dumpster fire, like on that level, like complete dumpster fire. Like they had to completely destroy the relationship. And so they feel guilty. So they do look for you everywhere because they still have feelings. There's still a spiritual connection. They're realizing that this connection is like no other that they've ever had. The depth of it scares them, but it excites them at the same time. I feel like this person was a little dead for a while, and this relationship has kind of woke them up a little bit. And that happens a lot of times when we've gone through bad relationships and we detach. So again, they feel like they've always been able to control relationships, and what they're seeing is that they really can't. I can't stop thinking about you, like I said. When it's a spiritual connection, it's of ESP, it's of heart and mind. It's we can't control it, but understand that there's a spiritual reason why you're in this person's life and vice versa, meaning you both have something to learn. However, this person is learning, and what they're learning is that they can't control love, that they their normal may not be their normal. Their normal isn't like you don't always see, like they always went for the people that were very quiet and docile and seemed very prim and proper and quiet, but but those people were really, they were that way on the outside, but they weren't really that way. Where I feel like you're very outspoken. Like if there's a problem, you're going to say it. You're very direct, which is kind of like a slap in this person's face when they first dealt with the energy, because they're used to people that sugarcoat, or people that don't, that are phony, people that lie. And here it is, you're nothing of their norm. You're not their type in their mind. You're from the way that you look to your character to like everything, and they have a connection. And they don't just have a connection, they actually care. Not the fact that, that they're not talking to you anymore, because again, you got tired of the disrespect. And that's really what I feel like. It's like you got tired of the disrespect, and now this person is like wants to come back in and really convince you. I love you. Okay, so let's see what the triggers were for you. And then let's see what they're going to do about it. Because again, triggers will show again what your wounds are. What do you need to heal? Because whether it's this person or somebody else that you're connected to, well, a lot of times we get the same karmic theme. So that's why the reason why we want to know what our wounds would be. And also we want to know whether or not this is even salvageable. I mean, we know that this person thinks that you're their soulmate. They think that you're their person because they're like, it's a spiritual connection. But spiritual connection could mean karmic connection, where you just came into this person's life to show them a different way of being, and because you didn't put up with their crap. And then now they're realizing. I want to see why all of a sudden this new awakening, and maybe the trigger will tell us why all of a sudden someone has an epiphany. But I think it's because you cut the cord completely, like had to become completely destroyed, and where this person feels that you're no longer there anymore. Like you cut the psychic cord. There's a sense that your mind is in other places. They don't feel you as much, so they feel you leaving. So again, past, I had a hard time letting go of the past and the fears associated with it. So they manifested in chaos in the relationship. I feel like you feel that with this person, and you've been down this road before with them. meaning like it's just this has been going on for such a long time with this person. They've had plenty of time to fix whatever has been in the relationship, and that's all you do is like there's so much past that there's no new behavior that your mind feels safe with this person anymore, and you feel like you kind of add to it is what I'm feeling, Virgo, because now you can't help but to look for them to do something because they keep sabotaging the relationship. They've already lied, they've already mistreated you, they've already disrespected you. So now that they love you, will it make a difference? A lot of times when people can't get let go of the past, it can't heal. I feel lost without you, but there's a part of you that still feels connected. So I feel like this is a soulmate connection, because like that card, let me tell you, what isn't even in this deck, and it was in and I chose it. So it's like that's a tells me too that it's supposed to be there. Let's pull from a different deck just to see. Let me pull another hidden truth. I wish I could share my good news with you. So you miss this person too. I bury myself in my work and forget you. My life is not as together as it seems. So I feel like there's a part of you again that it's not finished. You feel the connection. This person didn't fix things. They had to completely end it and ruin the relationship and sabotage the relationship and act like they didn't care. I feel like their ego got big. That's what I feel like happened. I feel like they got triggered. I feel like they got triggered, again, hiding their true self. So they were like, were too afraid to let you get close. And so they show an aspect of who they are, but that isn't really who they truly are. So, like, meaning a lot of times when we don't have an exciting life, we may like try to make it look like we have an exciting life by posting on social media or doing things to try and make it look like our life is happy and more exciting. This person puts on a front, but they're very lonely inside, is what I feel like. And that's because they don't feel good about themselves. It actually has nothing to do with you. However, having someone love them and get that close is triggering for them, because on somewhere in their life they were abandoned, whether that was growing up in childhood, whether that was a relationship, whether that was whatever. And yes, that happens to a lot of us, but some of us are more sensitive than others, and where a lot of times we go back into situations and we need to heal that. And I feel as if your person held on to the past of bad things that have happened, and they kind of look for it. And like I said, so then it got to a point where you both kept looking for like the shoe to drop, and then you're not enjoying each other. You're not creating new experiences. You're focused on what they did do, what they could have done, and a lot of animosity, which makes this person like keep you at an arm's length to create a facade of like strength. Like they don't really care. They come across as if they don't care. They come across as confident. They come across as a little bit like an asshole, because there's a spiritual connection. Like they didn't want to humble themselves, so they let this relationship turn into a dumpster fire, and now they have to like really come back in and fix it, and they know that. So they're trying to figure out like what lie. And they feel like alone in the world. It's again, they feel different. They feel as if they always create bad experiences. And they're feeling like they feel as if they can't have love in their life because of what has happened in their life. So this person keeps sabotaging themselves. And so What are they going to do? Because just because they're realizing it's again, they're realizing that you really care about them, they miss you, you miss them. But let's see, are they going to be strong enough? Are they going to be strong enough? Are they going to be strong enough? See, there is so much I want to tell you, but I feel like this person is like bursting at the seams. Like they're looking for you everywhere. They want to like talk to you. They want to say something, but they don't want to seem vulnerable, so they don't want to reach out. This person is not confident with who they are, so they have to strategize and try and figure out, and that seems shady. And when here it is, it's like just come and talk to the person, but they feel so insecure. And that's really what a spiritual block is. A spiritual block is not just the core belief where that person doesn't feel good about themselves, so they keep from afar, they put up a front and treat you bad, live more from the ego, want you to perceive that they're this big, strong person to the point that um they overdid it in their behaviorisms with you, trying to act so cool. They act like they didn't care at all. So, like I said, they acted like an asshole. And then now they're like, oh, now I have to like ask for forgiveness because I see you're not coming back. I see that you're not talking to me anymore, Virgo. So now how am I going to come in and convince you that this was all a big misunderstanding, which you know that it wasn't a misunderstanding? And so there is so much that they want to tell you, but they're also like, I feel like they have a hard time communicating. So this is a real like soul relationship. So soul relationships are all about unconditional love, and they make us do what we normally don't think we can do, right? This is what we know is a divine relationship, because both parties here are like long for each other. um, it's just Virgo, I don't feel like you're coming back. Hell would freeze over before you would like pick up the phone or make this person come to you, because there's a sense that they treated you badly. And so they need to acknowledge that is what I'm feeling, like I said, because this is why they feel that they need to come in and with a big show. This big show. Destiny is taking us down different paths. So it's again, I feel like right now for healing is what I feel like you guys are going down two different paths. And I feel like there's a part of both of you that also wants to discover whether it's the right path. And I also feel like your person is afraid to come back. And so they may be saying that you deserve better than me. Yeah, that's what I felt. I feel like there's a part of them, because like I said, just because they love you and they want to talk to you, and there's so many things, will they have the courage to do it? And remember, this person doesn't feel good about themselves. So if they don't feel good about themselves, that's a block in thinking that you will not like them if you really get to know them. That's not the truth. That's the perception, because that's what happens when a person has a block. Their distorted perception of themselves makes them believe that everyone else thinks what they think and sees what they see when no one sees what they see. So this person doesn't like themselves. So there's a sense of, well, maybe destiny is taking us down two different ways, even though that they care. It's like the Stevie Nicks song where she says, you love me, you should have tried. You should have said something, because I liked you too. But this person like is not confident. I don't know what I want. This person knows that they would have to rise up to the occasion. You are the person of my dreams, though. So they're battling with themselves right now. And that is not uncommon when we have a spiritual block. When we have a spiritual block, it requires us to change. And there's a sense, Virgo, that they know that you are going to hold them accountable. And So it's not so much do they want to be with you. They want to be with you if you would make it easy for them. You didn't make it easy for them. That's why the dumpster fire happened. The dumpster fire happened because this person acted like an asshole. And what they saw is it didn't fly. So now they're in a place where they're like, but I love this person, I like them, but it would require me to change. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm enough. I don't know I have, and understand that's sometimes that's what the relationship does. A relationship, unfortunately, in this case, looks like it came into your person's life to create awareness, to show them that, you know, because they don't feel that they're enough, they're going to miss out on opportunities, ones where, again, they don't really know. They keep them stuck in a place of limitation. This person doesn't feel lovable. So they get in their own way. They sabotaged a good thing, because now it's not even about the realization that you're a great person. They see that. But now it's about humbling themselves to come back and stand up and be the person that they're supposed to be, which means not be a player, not act like they don't care, to act account, to hold to a certain level, which they know is what you want. And that's the problem. They don't know if they could do that. Though you're the person of their dreams if they don't have to do anything. So they're still in this very selfish energy. I want to look at another one of their wounds, addicted. So yeah, there's still a sense like they want to, be a player. They still have this parasite energy because of unhealed wounds. So even though they have feelings, they're just not capable. And so we ask the universe, well, when something like this happens and it's something that we're connected to a person, obviously it's not a good message. It makes us feel bad. We ask Spirit, well, what the hell were we supposed to get out of that aside from displaying self-love? When we display self-love, we tell the universe that we deserve better. Like if we reject a person that comes in and gives us nothing, what we're telling the universe is, no, I'm deserving of more. So there's always a space between what you reap and what is sown. So understand, by letting go of that and telling the universe, that it allows the time, like the universe, to bring you a better match into your life. So I believe that part of this was a spiritual, in the fact of a spiritual karmic test, because this person is a soulmate. There is still strong feelings between you and them. I long for your kisses and your touch. So it's, again, maybe this addiction on both ends, that this person was too much of your passion. That sometimes, again, when we have such a strong connection to a person and they don't treat us right, but we still long for them, we need to ask ourselves, why would we want to be with a person that doesn't make us feel well? Even if the part of us really thought that this person was going to be our person, why would we even put that in our mind before we took the time to get to know this person? What this tells me, if I have to dig deep and find a meaning of why did this happen, because if you long for this person's hugs and kisses, Virgo, and they weren't not capable of really rising up to you, well, you long for passion in your life, because this person represents a passion, but it's a passion without unconditional love. This person doesn't love themselves enough. So it's about loving yourself enough to invest in yourself, so that you recognize when a person isn't capable, because this person has shown that they weren't capable the whole time. This is what it said, that they never gave enough time. And on some level, they felt like you did, so that you were always going to be there. That's why it's the shocker for them, almost, that you're not doing it. That's why they stuck around. There was part of them that really thought, but they didn't know you. They don't know you. They realized is you don't need to be loud, crazy, and of a low energy, like people that pretend that it's fine and then have really completely like negative energy and go crazy, you know, people that pretend that it's okay and act all sweet and nice, but are very manipulative and then act completely like different when they don't get what they want is what they normally wind up with. You were not like that right from the get-go. You were like boundary. So they didn't really know how to take this. And what they see is that you're not someone to be played around with and that you didn't, there was no drama. They expected drama. They were a little addicted to drama. That's why they're a parasite. It's again, there was too much negative energy, fragmented energy. Like this person is addicted to like having people chase after them. Very, like I said, parasitic energy. And that's when we wind up in one of those relationships, it's usually that we're connected to a trauma bond. So all I can say is that you pass a karmic lesson that in order to evolve into the next level of consciousness, you needed to deny this person and deny this person by whatever they were offering, however little they were offering, which is, again, they have feelings. They would love for you to contact them. They would love for you to do everything, but they're not going to do anything because they can't, not at this moment. They're still broken. And that's a karmic mate. So it's again soulmate, but from a past life that I believe because you rejected, you won't have to go through this lesson again with this person. And so they will long for you because they didn't rise up. They didn't learn the spiritual lesson. There's still a soul connection here. This person will long for you. They still long for you. They miss you. They look for you everywhere. They want to bump into you. Though they don't want to pick up the phone and go about it the right way and be vulnerable. And that's what you saw. And what you're saying, Virgo, is no, I deserve more than that. I see that's, you know, low energy. It's parasitic energy, it's immature energy, and that would drain me, and I love myself more. And that leaves you open for the right person in the universe and the right experiences to come into the universe. And because I'm like, okay, well, I feel like I just need to pull one more card because I'm like, well, does the universe have any spiritual, what do we get? What do we get anything except for the wisdom? Like, is there something that we should focus on? Surrender to what is. So unfortunately, it's like the universe has your back. And it's all about surrendering to what is and understand that unfortunately that not everything is brings us to roses, but I do believe this does bring you closer to creating the life and the life that you want, because having a person like this in your life would lower your energy and make you miserable. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. If you resonate, let me know. Give me a like, comment, and I'd love to hear from you. And see you all soon. Bye.